Hey, what's up guys, this is Eek, and today I have a tutorial on 808's and kicks with Sytrus, and how to make them from scratch just using sine waves. It's basically the same thing as snares, but it's just lower. That's what this is all about. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's do kicks first, 808's, and then yeah, stuff. Here's the kicks. Kicks is just sine wave, obviously I just said that. So in the oscillator, to get more of a snappiness, this is with snares too, you can change the phase of the kick or the sine wave, because it like abruptly starts at a weird spot like the sine wave, and that creates like a snappiness almost. Oh, that's the kick sound, by the way. So yeah, I recommend doing that. The volume envelope I kind of just like set like this for the time being, and then I move on to the pitch until I get like what I want with the pitch. Then I go back to the volume and like enhance different like milliseconds of time to see like what's going on. But basically just to see or just to get like particular things sounding louder. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I usually just create an envelope and just drag the thing down to the left. The box, what's it called? The decay point? I don't know. But I turn off the frequency ratio over here to 0, and then I go from hertz. You go up, and you can do this any way you want, but I guess I started at 600. It was a good spot. And it depends on, like, because you want the snappiness to come from the phase in the sine wave and the phase or the pitch envelope falling down really fast from going through the frequencies. So I set this pitch envelope knob thing to 4,800 cents, and you're going to get it's going to pass through all the frequencies, so it's going to be like percussiveness. It's just going to be like noise. It's like a click, so it's going through them really fast, and it's going to be like a clicking sound. So you get that by and you can adjust it. So it starts at the top, which is 600 hertz, and it goes down however many octaves that is. So yeah, it's up to you to mess with it. But I usually just have a little sharp thing like this. You can see, and you can like mess with the points. You can tell already. You can like get like certain characteristics of the kick. And I sometimes like to do this, do on step edit mode, but it can get crazy. You get unique things with that. But I mostly just have a point there, so I can mess with that. That's fine. And sometimes I'll modulate itself just to give it more frequencies, or I'll turn up the tension. But up to you. Depends on what you're making. That sounds fine. For the processing, I distorted it a little bit with the wave shaper. I'm on a bipolar mode, and I'm taking away the mix. That's the original signal. And just to add a little bit of frequency action, and then I'm compressing it, or actually I'm taking out some spots with the EQ, and then I'm compressing it with Maximus, just to my liking, just whatever I want to exaggerate within the bands. And then that's about it for a short little kick. And then you can sample this out and then throw it in a sampler like I did with the 808 and like adjust it from there. Or you can just resample it and make it harder or crazier or whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, that's pretty much for kicks. You can make it crazier. It can get weird. So yeah, you can make interesting things with the capabilities of like Sytrus itself, but any sine wave within any plugin that you can automate with volume or pitch and or pitch. You can create some cool kicks. There are plugins that create kicks itself. I think it's called Kick 2. I think that's out. So check that out if you don't want to deal with all the hassle. It's easier to make stuff than that. But let's move on to the 808. 808. I don't know what I just said. Okay. So my 808 is this in Sytrus. So it's a sine wave again, and I'm taking the phase off the first tone, and I'm adding more tones. That sounds cool. Just to just add more characteristics and frequencies toward as you go up the frequencies. But in this one, I set it to a particular note, and you can check out this. You can look it up, what notes equals what hertz they are. So this is this is E2. If you don't know if it's the right note, you can check it with just like another Sytrus and try to match up with the tone and see if it's for sure an E. But an E2 is 82.41 hertz. So that's what I set it at. It's like it feels right and it feels comfortable in my headphones. So that's what, I don't know. That's why I just set it, just because. And we're doing basic things, just like volume envelopes going. It's because it's a 808. I like that it's like dragged out really long, so it gets quieter over time. And then the pitch envelope is it's going through. It's not going through as much frequencies because I didn't want it to be like as snappy. So it's going through some. I think like it's just an octave or something. Yeah, not even an octave. But you can add more if you want. Goes through an octave and it drops down to 82.41, which is an E2. So that's what I kind of like go with. I put this in the mixer bus. I'm just distorting it a little bit. I'm like EQing it further to what I want. Sausage fattener, just that. It just squishes, I believe it squishes this area, just like the bass area, and adds distortion. It's basically it's compressing this whole area and adding a little bit of distortion. I think that's like what's going on, but I don't know, it just sounds fatter. That's usually where fatness comes from. And then I'm just sorting out the frequencies in Maximus, and that's about it. And I have this little loop going. This is what I did. I bounced out the 808 into Edison, and I got that, and then I brought it back in as a sample, and I adjusted this envelope. And you put hold all the way up and everything down, and it will stop when it stops, like the note. And then I also trimmed it because there's a little like space right there. Put that trim on. So yeah, I have the hold all the way on, so it will stop when I tell it to stop and stuff. So yeah, I have that going, and I just have a little pitch modulating down. I guess I could have done that in Sytrus, but I guess this is easier. It just goes, just slides down a little bit. Other than that, I think that's it. I think it's really simple. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. And then I'm just also I put the sample because it sounds dumb when it goes high, so I just like took out some stuff and just EQ it. It's all about just messing around with how the way like the sine wave is, its volume, and like the way the pitch envelope is set up. You can get some really cool stuff, and just like adding weird effects and compressing it and distorting it and like resampling it again, and you'll get cool stuff that you made yourself with just the sine wave. So yeah, that's what's cool about it. I like the fact that I can make pretty cool samples like from scratch, completely from scratch, from the basics. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you have any questions. I might miss some stuff. I always do. And you have a nice, lovely day.